What's your favorite sport, like to watch?
To watch, I'm gonna have to go with football.
Who's your favorite team?
Come on now.
You gotta say it on camera. You gotta say it on camera, man.
Baltimore Ravens.
Yeah.
That's my favorite team.
Man, what's up, YouTube family? Back once again. This is now week 2. A little exciting. I had a little bit of jitters in week 1, but we're back on week 2. Same thing, same platform. We're here in Baltimore, Maryland at Capitol Lounge, 1531 Pennsylvania Avenue, black-owned business, right next to Shake and Bake. And we had the same mission, man. We're going to continue to spread positivity. Last week we had China Mike here explaining how he has the detail business and the car wash business, but he's also an active community man and a father first, and that was amazing. Y'all gave a lot of good feedback about that. Shout out to the people who won in the comments, who won the free shirt and the tickets to my birthday party last week. Really good thing. But this week, man, we got something super special. So Michael's like kind of my brother. He's like the same age. But, man, today I was blessed to have my little brother be here, man.
Yes,
world famous. You got to say world famous, man. You from here, but it's world famous, Bmore Low Key. And make sure you say the Bmore before you say Low Key. And he's going to definitely tell you how he is and what he is. And, you know, I never get into detail. I let the artist be the artist. But I'm so proud to have him here, man. I remember meeting him when he's like 13 or 14. And it's just been an excellent journey to see him. But I'm going to speak less, man, and let him speak a little bit more about himself. So welcome to BmoreLikeUs 410, man.
How you?
Man, I'm like shell-shocked, man. I'm just watching your growth and things like that, man.
Yeah.
But let's get right into it. Who is Bmore Low Key? Like, who are you? Tell them where you're from, how old you are, and just who you are on a personal level.
Well, you know, the name speaks for itself, Low Key. But, of course, all of the social media handles is Bmore Low Key, so of course that tells you where I'm from Baltimore City, Baltimore, Maryland. That's what I rep all day, the 410. And me, on a personal level, as a person, I'm just a great person all around. Cool vibes to be around, you know, always chilling. I love to work, you feel me? But as far as on the artist side, that's when you get the turned up person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When I hit the stage, it's, okay, who is this person? This ain't the same guy I was just with. So it's like a on and off switch, you know, when you talking about Low Key and then the regular me.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Awesome. So on the business side, you know, obviously we touched a little bit on your personal side. Who are you as the business mongrel? Because that's what you are to me. Like, you know, you're a business mongrel. You very intelligent, you know, even at a young age. You didn't state your age, but I guess you could tell me
18.
if you would like to. Okay.
I'm 18.
That's that drive. I just want you to say that because you have, I ain't even gonna tell them, but tell them who you are as a businessman. Music and all. Like, what do you do as far as business?
Well, I have my own fragrance. So that's the business right there that we're going to talk about.
18 years old, you had your own fragrance.
I started it at 17, though.
Wouldn't that make you the youngest?
Yep, the youngest. You know, there's only 3 teenage artists that has done it, and that's been Britney Spears, Justin Bieber, and me.
That's elite company.
Right, so when you talk about that, I said Britney Spears and Justin Bieber. Of course, we all know their race.
Right.
So that makes me, historically, the first African-American teenager to do so.
Wow.
And just being from Baltimore, you know, I think that shines and sheds a positive light on us. You know, it's been going crazy. A lot of people love how it smells. It smells great. It's called Lit. And the reason I titled it Lit and named it Lit was because that's what, you know, represents me. I told you when I'm on the stage, I'm just a lit person all the way around the board. So everybody like to get lit. I feel like that's a word that popped up in this generation that will never die. You know, when you refer to something like, yo, that party was lit, that show was lit. Lil Key, he was on the stage, that was lit. This interview lit. So it's like, it's something that's somebody always gonna say. So it's like, yo, you smell lit, you feel me? And literally, that's why we titled it Lit.
Wow, man, that just blew me away because, you know, even when I was 18 years old, I hadn't even came into entrepreneurship. You know, I had just graduated from Poly. I was going to BCCC on a full scholarship, Graham O.T. Wood scholarship, rest in peace, Miss Bowie. And, you know, I really didn't come into entrepreneurship until I was 20. I started August 2005. I had just turned 20 in February. So, you know, it's a blessing to be almost here 14 years later. But to hear you doing that 2 years before me, and you actually been on this road for a minute. I don't think people understand. You've been doing this since you were a preteen.
Since I was 10.
Maybe say, okay,
since
before that.
10.
I didn't know you then. I met your mom. I was blessed through Rose Brie, who was a part of BmoreLikeUs. She introduced me to your mom. And she was like, you need to hear this. I was like, what? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, he came a long way, man.
Long way, man. That just blew me away, man. I feel like that's what people need to hear coming from here. And that leads me to my next segment. Being from Baltimore, I'm from West Baltimore. What part of Baltimore are you from?
I'm from the east side.
Okay, that's
man.
cool. We go. No beef today. No beef at all. But just being from Baltimore in general, I kind of feel like I go through the same things that you go through. I hear some of the same issues all the time. It's almost like they don't have nothing positive to say unless they talk about sports,
right.
Or typically the Ravens. We ain't gonna say sports,
exactly.
Or crabs. Seafood. Our seafood. In your opinions, at 18 years old, even though you have a young life, but you traveled and obviously they met a lot. Mm-hmm. From what you hear in the industry or just out on the road, and just your own sentiments, what do you want to tell people about Baltimore? What about your hometown?
It's not what it seems to be, because I feel like anytime the media gets the chance to make Baltimore look bad, they do that. As far as The Wire, I was very young when that was going about, but I know about it. It shed a lot of light on Baltimore, but it wasn't all positive. Then you have recently, the riots. All of the media came around for the riots.
Yep.
People flew in town to get the shots of people burning down cars and buildings. So it's like everybody coming here like, okay, Baltimore is such this bad place. But when we're doing stuff, when you have people out here giving back to the homeless, people out here doing different things to help the community and help Baltimore grow as a city, none of the cameras and media come out. So it's like that's what I want to know. Like, where is everybody now when we're doing something positive? So it's like, to the outsiders that don't live in Baltimore, that's all they see. So that's all they can speak upon is that, oh, Baltimore not a good place. I don't think I want to go there, because they don't get to see the other side. So that's what I want us to start doing, is showing them the other side. And it starts with us. Mm-hmm. It starts with us supporting each other. You feel me? Like, supporting each other as far as posting each other, letting people know about one another, because we support each other, but I don't think it's to the point where it should be. As far as the rappers in the city, it's so much talent in the city, and it's like that. I feel like the outsiders and media try to break it down and make us go against each other. Everybody always wants to see us bump heads instead of colliding and coming together. Get on a song with another rapper and help. So when you blow, they right up under you. That's the type of vibes that I like. Instead of competing, I only compete when it's needed.
Right. Well, we necessarily know. We saw that on the rap game. We definitely saw that, which I felt like you should have won. I'm gonna tell you, I almost threw my phone across the room, just my personal sentiments, and I feel a couple people in my timeline felt the same, because I know your aunt. Your aunt used to actually help me get my company off the ground on the Milan tip. Shout out to Crystal and all that, but. Wow, man, that just blew me away, man. You sold like an old soul. Like, I'm probably sure you heard that a million times, but you definitely, man, kudos to those who helped raise you to be the man you are. But what's your favorite color, man?
Turquoise.
Turquoise. You said that confidently.
Yes, turquoise is my favorite color.
Favorite food?
Favorite food, barbecue chicken.
I gotta go with the barbecue chicken. I love barbecue chicken, man. I thought it was only me. It's the first person to ever say, yeah, barbecue chicken, like, hands down, man.
Okay, where I go, if they ain't got barbecue chicken, give me some chicken and shrimp Alfredo. That's what I'm rocking with.
Yeah, that I can see that being an alternate. That's not only my second pick, but barbecue chicken is my number one favorite. That's probably one of the only things I'm not cook, like really cook. I can make a meal. My kids not gonna starve now. They ain't gonna be nasty, but barbecue chicken, I could probably make a recipe book.
Oh, man.
Barbecue chicken. Oh man, that's hilarious, man. But back to a more serious note. Unfortunately, at Frederick Douglass, which is named after a very prominent black man, there was a student that didn't like the counseling that was being done to them, and unfortunately involved with an outside person shooting a staff member. Being not too far removed from high school, how does that make you feel to hear about the possibility, something like that happening? What was your experiences in school, in the Baltimore school system?
For me, I mean, it wasn't bad, really. I went to Dunbar.
Okay.
So, but I was only there for 2 years. Due to the success,
right.
Had to get homeschooled. But the way I feel about that is just I want to know where was the help, where was the security, because it's always, I know at Dunbar, the school police is like right there at the front. Their office is right there at the front. So that's what I want to know. I feel like we got to do better protecting our kids, because even though it was an adult, he still shouldn't have been shot. He should be just as protected as the students.
Absolutely. Because
he's a part of the staff. So but I really don't know everything that happened in the situation. I just feel as though it shouldn't have escalated to where it went.
Well, unfortunately,
there should always be
Well, I'll tell you what's happening because you need to know. You know, basically, not going too much into details, but basically, there are still police at school. There's school police at pretty much every public school, especially ones with any issues.
Yeah.
But they are made to have their guns locked away in a lockbox or in an area that obviously because they feel like they don't want anybody to be able to get access to them, whatever. But when they try to pass the bill for the officers who go to the same training as Baltimore City Police to have the, to be armed, they down to 10-1.
I feel as though they should be allowed to be. You know, you have on the news we see it not all the time, but we see it too much.
Yep.
You know that there's massive school shootings. So how do you expect for this to stop if you're not going to let the school police be armed? You know, as long as they're not doing nothing crazy, I feel as though they should be allowed to.
Okay. Next thing up. Gotta talk about the community thing. I heard you touch on that and talk about, feeding the homeless. Are you actively right now doing anything yourself outside of, maybe, helping join some other initiative? Are you doing anything as low key, doing anything, or do you have plans of doing anything for the community yourself to kind of help with?
Yeah, like as of right now, I haven't been doing anything, but I have in my past, and I do plan on continue to do it in the future. I always want to give back. Like that's just a thing that really got me started in my career was by giving back. Just getting out in the streets, helping others, without even a name of myself. But I definitely want to give back as far as not just like to like the homeless and stuff, but to the youth. As far as I was presented an opportunity from JD to be on the rap game.
Right.
And I thank him because he gave me that big platform that nobody else gave me. So that's what I want to do one day, is just give back to the youth, the talented youth, because I feel like it's so many talented kids out here that don't never get the opportunity because the industry looks upon kids as that they don't want to work with them. It's like you gotta be Disney or Nickelodeon to be a kid in the industry, when I don't feel as though it should be like that. Like a kid artist, he can be 12, 13 and be a mainstream artist, and we got to make that possible, but the only way to make that possible is by starting it. But it's dominated by adults right now, but it's definitely so many youth that's talented. Well,
I would like you to join my initiative, man. I'm currently working on a nonprofit. I'm not going to release the name yet until all my paperwork is done. And what I do is if you donate me shoes, I even if they're damaged or not up to par, I'll clean them up, restore them, and I sanitize them, and I give them to kids for free, man.
Yeah.
And anybody 17 and under, and I'm currently, through the grace of God, been given some opportunities to put them in different locations. So in any way, man, if you want to partner up with me with that,
yeah, we can do that.
We can make that happen. And I'm famous. I invited you to my little cousin birthday party. She never forgets that because you literally blew, quotations, blew up. The year after her birthday party, and she never forgets that, man. Like still got the posters and all that stuff. So I feel like you're the leader of the next generation. A lot of people try to say that about me and some of my friends, but after hearing this interview even more, I know for a fact that you're here for a purpose, man. And sometimes people like me and you become successful, what people would deem as successful, because we have an extra sense of responsibility that this is our job to change the narrative. We can't necessarily wait for everybody else to do it. But back to some fun stuff, man. What's your favorite sport, like to watch?
To watch, I'm gonna have to go with football.
Who's your favorite team?
Come on now.
You gotta say it on camera. You gotta say it on camera, man.
Baltimore Ravens. That's my favorite team. We got the new quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
Shout out to Lamar. How you feel about Lamar? All the quarterback controversy.
That's my favorite quarterback. That's my favorite quarterback.
That's it.
That's just how I feel about him. Like, you feel me? I love a quarterback that can run. And then to put on top of that,
can he throw? You think he can throw?
He definitely can work on it, but I feel like he can throw. It's just I think that he's not consistent with it, but he's a great quarterback in my eyes. Like when the throws need to be made, he makes them. So like that's what all that matters to me. Got you.
Dream car.
Dream car. I had to go with a Ghost. Give me a
Ghost. What's a big
body? I want the stars in the sky, man.
It's a big body. Like I said, when I met you, a lot of success you always attributed to family. You talk about family a lot, and then definitely I know I was raised by my grandma, my aunt, and my grandfather, but definitely my grandmother, and more so my aunt. Women, strong women in my household. I didn't have a two-parent household, and that's okay. Right. But how much of your success do you attribute to your family?
A lot, because as far as my mom, she she sacrificed everything, her career, her job, and everything, and put everything to the side just to give 100% to my career. So definitely everything goes to her before anybody. My dad, you know, my grandparents, my aunts, everybody supported me before I had a support system. So like that was my support system, you know, to get my name out there. They was the ones pushing, heavy, promoting, having CDs no matter where they go, even if they not with me.
That is
handing
a fact.
handing them out.
That is
like,
a fact.
here, check this guy out, check this kid out. You know, all the connections that they had and whatever they was doing. You know, my aunt, whatever connection she had, my mom, my dad, anybody they was connected with that they feel as though could help me get a little bit higher or put my name out there more, they put my name in their ear. And that made them grasp to me. And then the word just got on and went going and went going. So that's how I got to where I'm at today, is because of my family.
Wow, that's powerful. That's powerful. Definitely, man. I remember, and I can definitely attribute to that because, like I said, I met you through your mom, through a mutual friend, and y'all came to the store. I'll never forget to pick up a BmoreLikeUs shirt, which I still have all the pictures of you in the BeEasy stuff.
Yeah.
And it was the key to the city. It's the key to the city. And I was like, wow. I was like, it was funny. It was like, wait a minute, you coming to pick up key to the city stuff, and then you pick up BmoreLikeUs stuff. And that was at Photoshop in Mondawmin, which is still currently there, another black-owned business at Mondawmin Mall. And I just think everything comes full circle, from you rapping in the church to everything like that. And you know, as we get to the conclusion of this interview, before you tell people how to support you, 2 quick questions. One, you know, what would you want to tell the youth in the city, being a more prominent youth and being respectable, and you know, anybody can look at you on social media and see people, you know, the kids love you and they look up to you. And that's a 2-part question, because then how does it feel to be a celebrity at such a young age? Because you are a celebrity in your own rights, and kids, you know, putting little key, fake tattoos, all that stuff. Just how do you take all that in and remain as humble as you are?
You know, I take it in just because there's so many people that want that and that hasn't gotten it and is way older than me, been doing it way longer than me. So just to know, like, that I got that at such a young age is like amazing. That's why I'm forever grateful and forever humble, because, you know, one, God gave me that, so he can snatch it away as quick as he gave it to me. So that's one thing that my mom and them puts in my ear all the time, like, hey, like, don't never get arrogant out here, because the moment you do, that's when you're gonna see things start to fall apart. So that's why I just stay grateful and humble. And to see, like, the fans when I go out, like, when they meet me, like, I'm talking, they really be crying, like something really just happened. So like that really touches me in my heart, like, wow. Like,
so what do you want to say to your fans? Anybody out here listening?
Hey, all I want to say to them is just, I thank y'all for all of y'all support. Keep on supporting. This is just the beginning, you know, and we gonna keep saying that because there's so much more to come. I'm still young, you know, and y'all still young, so y'all gonna grow with me. But to just give y'all some advice, just try to be different. You know, don't try to fit in with the crowd. Dare to be different and just be yourself. Before you want anybody to believe in you, you have to believe in yourself. It starts with the person you look at in the mirror, and that's you. So when you look in the mirror, let yourself know that you can do it before you go to your parents expecting them to say you can do it. You know, you can't go to somebody else and put them expectations on them to push you to a level that you don't want to push yourself to. So that's what I got.
That's the best way to end it off. How can they follow you, man? What's up with the music? As you say that, as you conclude, like, what's up with your music, and how can they follow you?
Something special just dropped October 2018.
I got it.
Yeah, that's my latest project that I just dropped. Shout out to Mike Colombo. He produced every track on there. And it's titled Something Special. Is everywhere. iTunes, Spotify, whatever you got, you name it, it's everywhere. Just type it in, Lil Key, Something Special. And something is S-U-M-N, not something. It's something. So, you know,
something, that's Baltimore.
Yeah, I put the Baltimore in there. Something special. So you can go check that out. Also, if you want to listen to any of my other music, it's available everywhere. BmoreLikeUs on all social medias. BmoreLikeUs. And that's with everything. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, the YouTube. If you want to check out the videos, and if you want to get the fragrance lit, you can go to www.lilkeyfragrances.com, or just hit up one of my social medias, BmoreLikeUs, and you'll find the website just to click right on it.
And man, be sure to follow me at CEO BeEasy, CEO BeEasy, or follow the clothing movement, man. If you want to be part of the BmoreLikeUs movement, or just any of the other BeEasy apparel, everything does not say BmoreLikeUs. Follow us at Mr. BeEasy Forever, MRBEZ, the number 4, and ever, EVER, on all social media platforms, Snapchat, Twitter, the whole 9. And hey, man, Proud of you.
Thank you.
Proud to have you on here. And we're going to continue to change the narrative here in Baltimore. And this is only the beginning, man. You'll be able to add this to everything and look back and say, man, I was part of my first real big movement to change the city.
Yeah. Love, man. Thanks for having me.
Be more like us.